We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So fans are speculating that Nicki Minaj has tricked Beyonce, okay? As we know, last year she was teasing an album dropping March 27th of, this year. We don't know if that's going to happen, right? A lot of fans believe it's not. But a fan said Streets saying 3/27/26 was actually Act 3's release date. Okay, that she basically tricked the public and tricked the fans and put out Beyonce's release date instead of her own. Okay, that's what a lot of fans are speculating. If that is the case, I feel like Beyonce would just change it. I don't think Beyonce would drop 3/27 if Nicki Minaj was planning on trying to trick Beyonce. Okay? I don't think Beyonce ever has really dropped with any major A-list female artists. Ever. I don't think she's ever done that. Because she been trying to drop around the same time as Nicki Minaj to block her from the #1 spot. That's what some fans are speculating. I don't know if Beyonce's that petty, though. You know what I'm saying? Because even though, obviously, it would cause the conversation and people would write it out with Beyonce, she's also getting dragged a lot more now than, it was a few years ago. She's getting dragged mostly because of Camel Face. It hasn't really been anything that she's done in particular. So I don't know if I fully believe that. And I do believe that if, Beyonce got an inkling that Nicki Minaj is not dropping, which evidently is showing that she's not really dropping on the 26th or 27th of this month. Okay. I don't think she's going to do a surprise drop. I don't think that's going to happen. I think she can drop a single, but not a full album. So, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if Beyonce would even drop the same day as Nicki, though. Even if Camel Face wants her to, because she knows that it would cause drama. I don't feel like Beyonce would do that. She's getting dragged a lot more. Even though, I think people would try to take her to #1, the Beehive. She has a lot more haters than she did a few years ago. Now, moving on from that, it has been reported that the BBB remix that Megan Thee Stallion dropped, was that last week, will debut on Billboard at number 70. Okay, let me know how y'all feel about that. Finally, she's charting. I think it will be out of Billboard next week. I think this is the payola Rock Nation could give Megan, because I don't see nobody streaming or talking about this song. But because she's been getting clowned for not charting, they said we can let her go top 70. It's going to be out next week. Okay, no shade. No shade to Megan, but no, I don't believe that anybody's streaming this song. Okay, you can't fool me. Okay, no shade, but nobody's talking about this song, and you know that. Okay. Now, Bia also claps back at Megan Thee Stallion. She posted Gayle King on her Instagram saying, when you know somebody is lying, but you allow them to keep going anyway, because remember, Megan Thee Stallion lied in her Gayle King interview. She also posted a video of her listening to Bigfoot, where Nicki Minaj said to Megan that she lied on her dead mama. Okay. Now, a lot of people are also calling out Megan Thee Stallion because during her trial with Milagro, she said that she had PTSD, or she had, some sort of trauma in regards to hearing gunshots, anything with guns. That's why she couldn't do a Call of Duty, I believe it was a Call of Duty commercial or brand deal, because of, the type of game Call of Duty is. Now, in my opinion, this is why I always feel like Megan is lying. She always gets caught up in the lie, but then people turn a blind eye to it. It's like she always gets caught lying, but then people kind of turn a blind eye to it. But she's lied plenty of times. First of all, I don't believe that, in my opinion, Megan has PTSD. I think that she turned down the Call of Duty deal because she was gearing up to sue Milagro and she needed receipts. And this is why she only got $59,000, because guess what? I think the jury thought she was a liar too, but they had to give her something. That's why she didn't get millions. If they really felt like she was a victim, she would have gotten the $4 to $5 million that her lawyer wanted, just like Cardi B. Okay? But they knew she was a liar. And that's why she only got $59,000, which won't be able to cover anything when it comes to her lawyer fees. In regards to Bia, I want Bia to respond in the music, more so less on social media, because I feel like people play with Bia's catalog. They play with her ability to make music. So I want her to respond in the music, and she might get a hit. You never know. Because I feel like people play with Bia's catalog. People say she's not talented. People say a lot of things about Bia. So I feel like she really got to show people that she's not to be fucked with. So if I was her, I would drop a diss track, in my opinion. Now, it has been reported that Rihanna has spent the month of February in the studio, according to the president of Roc Nation. Okay, so it looks like Riri definitely will be dropping something this year, so she don't get sabotaged by Camel Face in regards to her Fenty business. I'm here for it. I just hope that it's no AI stuff. I don't want it to come back and be mid, because we waited 10 years. So, I love Riri, but I won't be going easy on her. If it's mid, it's mid. If it's trash, it's trash. She got to come back hard. What I was thinking about is it's going to feel weird with this era because I feel like she's not going to have a lot of collaborations. Like Rihanna, albums usually have a good amount of collaboration. She don't collaborate with everybody, but I feel like she's not going to have a lot of collaborations, and I would gag. I would love if she worked with, like, Champagne Thickums. ASAP is cool. I feel like she definitely going to work with him, but I don't really like his music like that. I feel like she would really gag alive if she worked with, like, Chris Brown or Drake again. That would be fire. That would be fire, but it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, but that would gag the live. ASAP and Rihanna, I feel like I don't really gag when they work together. But do you think Rihanna will outsell Queen Bee? That is the question. Now, it has been reported that SZA has been in the studio working on her third album with several producers, according to insiders. Allegedly, she will be working with Jack Antonoff, Rob Bizzle, Cartier Lang, who she's worked with before, Ragat Shahade, allegedly. So let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing with SZA. I'm excited for the next era because I think SOS was a classic in my opinion. CTRL is also a classic. So I think SZA has what it takes to make another classic under her belt. But these producers, other than Jack Antonoff, are not really exciting. I think her and Leon Thompson should get back into the studio because I believe he co-produced or co-wrote the song Snooze. So I would be happy if she did that. I think that would be fire. I wouldn't be, upset if she worked with Kendrick Lamar again on another song. I feel like her and Kung Fu Kenny are a good team. But I'm excited for the next SZA era because I think she is one of the few artists in today's generation that puts out quality music, okay? Like her albums, I'm not talking about the, deluxe albums. I'm talking about just strictly her original albums. Usually don't have a lot of skips. You can tell she put a lot of effort and time into her projects. That's why, they don't always come out right away. So I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for the next era. Now, moving on from that quickly, Timothée Chalamet is receiving some backlash in the last few days because he did an interview with Matthew McConaughey, and he basically said that he did not want going to the theater to become like going to the opera or watching ballet, okay? Which is interesting because his family has, done ballet and allegedly performance arts and operas and all that stuff. So that's what he said recently in an interview, that he didn't want it feel like, going to the movie theater feels like going to an opera, ballet, being boring. As we know, he's been trying to promote his new film. Well, it's not new anymore, but it was new. Maurice Supreme, which is also Oscar nominated. Now, a lot of fans are saying how unlikable Timothée Chalamet has become. And that basically they hope that he doesn't win Best Actor at the Oscars. It also has been reported that Michael B. Jordan has just overtaken Timothée as the projected Oscar Best Actor winner, according to Polymart. Several people also in the industry have called him out. Recently, it was Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, I think we all know who she is. Obviously, Freaky Friday. Think she has an Oscar as well. She posted on Instagram basically a TikTok of somebody dragging Timothée Chalamet and several other people in the industry that have done Broadway or opera or been in the performance art industry have called him out for his comments. So let me know how y'all feel about it. In my opinion, I feel like Timothy's true colors are probably showing now, and I think he's probably a little bit more cocky since he's been winning certain awards. I think he recently won a Golden Globe. He was previously snubbed in the past, so I feel like he's getting a little bit more cocky now that he has more attention and eyes on him. A lot of people feel like him getting with Kylie, he was too good for Kylie. That was like the speculation. I don't really feel that way. I think him and Kylie are probably one and the same. He's just an actor. And I think also what's going to end up happening, I don't think Timothée is going to get blackballed like everybody is hoping. There's a lot of fans on social media are hoping that he's going to get blackballed. I don't think that's going to happen. What's going to happen is, though, he's going to have the same outcome as Sydney Sweeney, where if he's not in a film with another big actor, then the film might start flopping because people don't like you. They're not going to see the movie because of you. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be the same thing that's happening with Sydney Sweeney, where people don't like Sydney Sweeney, so they don't support her movies unless another big name actor or actress is in the film. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because a lot of times, especially in today's generation, we go see a movie because we like the actor or actress. We want to support them. But you wouldn't do that for somebody that you don't want to support, right? Even if the film looks good. So that's exactly what's going to happen to Timothée. And I think eventually he's going to regret this interview that he did, because it doesn't make him look good. But to be quite honest, it's probably his true personality. Now, moving on from that, a lot of people had mixed opinions and mixed reactions to the comment I made about Sexyy Red yesterday in regards to her new single. I think it's called If You Want It or something of that sort. She put out a new music video for the song. Is clearly AI in the music video. And at the end of the day, I feel like Sexyy Red is one of those artists that just doesn't have a lot of talent. She's very one-dimensional. A lot of people said they like the song, but I don't like all the time the way Sexyy Red raps. It sounds off sometimes. Okay, the chorus will be fine, but then when she start rapping, I wouldn't say she's offbeat, but something is off when she raps sometimes. Okay, it's never smooth. The flow sometimes be off, or the cadence be off. It's something weird about the way Sexyy Red raps, and I think she has little to no talent. I think people that listen to Sexyy Red music all the time, I'm not saying sometimes, but all the time, are very low IQ. No shade. Because there's just no way you can listen to this degenerate all the time. Okay? She looks and sounds a mess. People are saying it's a bop. I'm like, a bop where? Where would this be a bop at? Okay? It's bubbling under for a reason. And like I said before, Sexyy Red, it won't be here in 5 years. Okay? She won't be here in 5 years. I don't think she'll even make it. If this is where she's going, I don't think she'll make it in 2028, 2027. If this is where she's heading. That's just my opinion on it, though.
Anyway, I got some very hot tea on Trïckëd races. Selena, Haley, Bieber and Justin, 50 Cent, and Diddy, exclusively on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.